Hi loves, happy Tuesday. I hope that you guys are doing well. Today is Tyy Tuesday, and for today's topic, I'm going to be speaking about some of the most famous world laws and principles that can help guide us in our daily lives. Some of these laws include the Murphy's Law, which speaks about the power of our fears and how focusing too much on the things that we fear can make them more likely. And there's also the Wilson's Law, which speaks about how knowledge and wisdom can bring about more abundance. So focusing on skills and self-improvement and how that can enhance your financial rewards over time. There's also 3 other really interesting and important laws that I'm going to be speaking about as well that I'm excited to share with you guys. So if you're interested, let's dive right into this topic. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Tyla. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited for this video. You guys do not understand because I've been looking for some new laws that I can speak about and learn about that I can incorporate into my day-to-day routine. So I do want to give a quick shout out to one of my mutuals from Instagram because he sent over this post and it was just in perfect timing. So thank you so much because these are some really great laws and I cannot wait to get into them. So let's get into number 1, which is the Murphy's Law. So the Murphy's Law states that the more you fear something, the more likely it is to occur. This principle can be a little challenging because just naturally when you fear something happening, you'll tend to think about it a lot. You'll tend to dwell on it, overanalyze it, and overthink about it. But the thing is, our intentions and our thoughts are so powerful. So when you are putting that energy into the problems and the fears, you're feeding them and giving them life. So this really speaks about the importance of having a positive and optimistic mindset when it comes to the things that you fear and just anything in general that you're scared about, nervous about, just having that positive outlook so that you can put positivity into the situation and not continue to feed that narrative and those fears. So for those that have high anxiety, I know this can be a really tricky one because for me personally, it was something that was very difficult for me to overcome. Something that helps me is to think about the best possible outcomes instead of the worst case scenarios. So instead of thinking about all the things that can go wrong, think about all the positives that can come and think about the positive solutions that you can actually bring to the situation so that you don't have that fear. Practicing positive thinking can also really help to decrease self-sabotage because when you have a fear about something, it can lead you to not participating in certain things or not going through with a certain decision because you're scared of the outcome. Something that I really noticed a lot in previous situations that I've experienced is that a lot of the things that I feared, and once I finally went through those things and overcame them, I realized I never had anything to be fearful about with the situation. A lot of the times it really is just our own mindset and the way that we view a situation. So law number 2 is the Kydland's Law. And this law states that if you write down a problem clearly and specifically, you've already solved half of it. This is one that I personally really love incorporating. I love to write things down because once you can get it out of your head and onto paper, it can better help you to articulate it at times, which can help you to find a way forward. So a way that you can incorporate this law is that whenever you feel overwhelmed, grabbing a paper or a journal, whatever it is that you may want to write in, and then writing it down, and you can even break it down into smaller parts. Writing things out can help to bring about a lot of clarity, and it's very transformative as well. So now we have number 3, which is the Gilbert's Law, which states that when you take on a task, finding the best ways to achieve your desired result is always your responsibility. I really like this law personally because it emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility and how when you commit to something, it's up to you to figure out how to succeed despite challenges that may arise. So this law really helps to encourage resourcefulness and problem solving, which can help elevate really every aspect of your life because once you get better at solving problems and figuring out how to get over certain hurdles, nothing's going to be able to stop you on your path when it comes to anything that you're working towards or trying to accomplish. Problems and just negative circumstances is always going to be a reoccurring theme when it comes to anything that you do because that's just the way that life goes. There's always going to be a challenge, something for you to overcome that's going to also aid in your growth. So it's really important to know how to problem solve and be resourceful in instances like this. That's most of the challenge when it comes to accomplishing certain things is making it through those problems, making it over those hurdles so that you can keep moving on a forward path. So when it comes to tasks and your goals, it's about actively seeking out the best approach. So instead of waiting for instructions, it's about finding ways to improve and streamline your work. When you take initiative and responsibility, that is a major catalyst for growth. So now we have number 4, which is the Wilson's Law, which states that if you prioritize intelligence and knowledge, money will continue to come. This law I definitely agree with because knowledge is extremely powerful, and when you can expand your mind and your knowledge, it opens up so many more avenues for you. So you can implement this by making learning a daily habit. So maybe reading something daily or prioritizing learning a new skill, maybe seeking out a mentorship. This just really states that once you prioritize your growth, this will help to increase your opportunities as well as income. And last but not least, number 5, which is the Falkland's Law, which states that if you don't have to make a decision about something, then don't decide. So this law is a reminder to not rush decisions when you don't need to, and waiting until you have more information or resources before you can decide on a decision. I really love laws and principles like these because when you implement them, they do honestly make a huge difference in your day-to-day and just the overall quality of your living. I've already been implementing some of these laws into my personal life, and I can say that I've noticed a huge difference when it comes to the things that I attract, my mindset, and just my overall lifestyle. This also does remind me of a video that I made a little while back, which was 20 paradoxes that will help change your life. That video was so insightful as well, so I will be leaving that linked at the end of this video if you're interested, because that one has kind of like a similar principle to this video. But yeah, a lot of those were so interesting, and like I said, when you actually do implement a lot of these things, you will see a huge difference in the way that you move and the way that you go about life. And these laws and principles really do help to make life a lot easier as well. Naturally, I feel like we fall into certain patterns because they're indoctrined in us, and so we do things in a certain way, but it's not always a way that nourishes our growth and helps us to evolve in a way that will help us to prosper and be abundant. So definitely let me know if you've heard about any of these or if you already implement these into your lifestyle, because I would love to know how it works for you. Thank you so much for joining me today and watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace and much love.